Hello all, Josiah here from EasyCaters.com. Today I'm just going to do a real short video to quickly demonstrate the opening range and initial balance indicator for Thinkorswim from EasyCaters.com. And so when you purchase this indicator, you'll be receiving three separate links: a link to automatically import the chart indicator into your platform. You'll also receive a link to import the scanner into your platform, and you'll receive a link to import the custom column into your platform. So to import those, you will just go copy the link itself. It'll be like a short link that looks like http://tos.mx/ and then some certain characters for each different indicator. You'll just select and copy that link and go to the Setup menu in the top right corner of Thinkorswim, click Open Shared Item, and paste the link in right there. You'll hit Preview, it'll tell you what it is, then you click Open. It will go ahead and open the script and tell you it's been named as a default name from EasyCaters on today's date. Then you'll just click Rename and give it a name that you'll remember in your system. You'll be able to find it under. This right here is what the link will look like: tos.mx/ random characters that specify the specific file. But anyway, so you'll rename the file something that you'll remember, and then for each one to add the column to a watch list, either on your sidebar or in your market watch or in your scanner, you just right-click the column header, click Customize, go find the opening range, or under whatever name you gave it, double-click it to add it to your active columns, and then click OK, and that will bring the column in. To open the scan after you've imported it, you click this little menu up here in the top right corner of Stock Hacker, go to Load Scan Query, and whatever you named it under, it will be in this alphabetical list of personal scans. So you will go to, for me it would be under Opening Range, Breakout Scan, and so I would click that and it would pull it up here. For the chart indicator, you would go to the Studies shortcut here, or you could go to the Studies menu and click Edit Studies, either way. And then you can type in whatever name you gave it, opening range initial balance indicator, and add it to your price graph here. And so that will get it on your chart. And then to customize the settings, it's really easy. You'll just click the Studies shortcut again, double click on the indicator, and you have all these settings here for you to customize. So we have the first, each of these first of all have tooltips that kind of explain each one. So that should get you started. The real essentials are that you need to know the start and stop time for your opening range. So for me, I have it set to a 30-minute window at the first 30 minutes of the trading day during regular trading hours. I've also set, this is a little bit of an unusual setting, but it helps it so that this, on certain days, like on this day, the low started out down here and then later dropped down here. And so as the as the range was forming, it would have initially shown a line here, and then it would have dropped the line down to here and expanded it. I told it instead to only look at the 30-minute candle and form the range based on that, instead of updating the range every single candle on my 5-minute chart. And if you have a 1-minute chart, you could see that there would be the line could get very jagged. So this just cleans up the lines. It just makes it look a little nicer. But this is all explained in the tooltip as well. You can tell it to show today only, to only display today's opening range. You have a lot of other settings here, like you can hide the cloud at the beginning of the day if you don't want that. You can hide or show the midpoint and the quarter line. So we've got a midpoint of the range and 75% and a 25% line. You can show and hide those. You can show them individually down here in the plot section by unchecking or checking the show plot checkbox for that particular, for like the quarters. Here are the quarter lines, and you could turn off individually either one of those, or you could turn both of them off at the same time here. Trade signals, they plot breakout signals. Here's a green breakout signal right here that went straight to first target, and then it told you that it had hit first target, and that was a sell signal. So you can tell it to show you those arrows for trade signals if you want, or you can turn them off here. We also have alerts that will sound, and you might have heard them in the background chiming. They'll show up here in Message Center as well. They'll chime at you whenever these breakouts or targets happen. So you can turn those all on or off at one time, or you can customize them individually down here in the Alerts sub-panel. You can click whatever alert. It gives you a little description here. You can tell it what sound to play, or you can enable or disable it at will there. All the plots, you can change the styles, the colors. You can turn any of them on or off. If you don't want a particular line on there, you can turn it off. Globals, you can change the color of that opening range cloud if you show the cloud. So I have it set to yellow, but you can change it to gray or red or whatever you like. And so all of that is fully customizable. Everything has tooltips. You can also change the, you can hide the targets first altogether at one point by just turning off this one setting here, show targets. But you can also customize what the targets are in terms of percentages of the opening range, or multiples of the opening range. So the opening range is a certain width, and so if you set this to 1.0, which I have second target set to 1.0, then it'll be exactly one range above the opening range, and then the second target on the short side would be one multiple of the opening range below. And so I have it each set to a half of an opening range, one full opening range, and 1.5 opening range multiples. So it will just project those above and below and signal you whenever there's a crossover of any of those lines if you enable those alerts. So that's how to customize all those settings. For the scan, it's similar. The scan will come with some default settings. It's set to scan in all optionable stocks. You can clear any of these filters that you don't want. You can change this to futures or specific indexes. You can change it to the NYSE or a NASDAQ, whatever you like. It's set to $10 minimum, but you can change that to whatever you want. Average daily volume greater than 1 million over the past 20 days. And then to adjust the settings for the indicator, you just click this pencil icon and change the start or stop times at the very top of the code there. You can also change the time frame that it's operating on, but that really won't change much in the context that it's used in here. To adjust the start and stop times of the column, you'll just right-click on the column itself at the header and click Edit Formula, and that'll pop up the code editor, and you can just see it obviously at the top there to change the time for the start time and the stop time, just like with the scan. Hopefully that explains everything. With the column, it color codes green whenever the current closing price is above the opening range, red when it's below the opening range, and it will color code gray if it is between the opening range high and low, if it's inside the range still. So it's pretty straightforward. If you guys have any questions for us, we're always here. Send us an email on the website, easycaters.com/contact Josiah, and we will answer any questions you have. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.